In this video I'm going to explain what one-card strategy and risk is. First of all, this is a strategy for progressive cards. In most cases, playing with fixed cards, this strategy will not add any benefit for you, differently just disadvantage you. But in progressive card games, this strategy can help you to survive and might even win the game if you're lucky enough. But in the worst case scenario, you will still get a better finishing place, as obviously you will only use this strategy when you see you're in a losing position. Like as you see currently I am. I'm the red player in this game and have the least amount of cards. I have one while other players at least two. In the same bad situation the troop-wise as well, I'm the weakest player along with the orange player, meaning that I wouldn't be able to take anyone out, except potentially her. But my troops aren't set up well to do it anyways. So all in all, I see that I won't be able to take anyone out anyways, while I'm in a very big danger of getting taken out myself being the weakest, but only if I continue getting the cards. So this is where the logic behind this strategy comes. If you only have one card, then you won't be worth to be taken out for it. Well, at least for some time, until the set values become very huge. As you know that the developers recently changed the 60 troops cap to unlimited. But today's topic isn't about it. Today we are talking about one card strategy which you can use in progressive card games. So what it actually is, and how does it work? One card strategy or one carding is when you have one card in total and stop gaining cards at all. By using this strategy you have a relatively small chance to win, so you only want to use it when you see that you're in danger or most likely won't win. But still, instead of just simply getting taken out, you will still increase your chances to win. And in the worst case scenario you will still get a better place than the one you were supposed to get. The main logic behind this strategy is simple: nobody will consider taking you out for one card because it's just not worth doing it at all. As if someone took you out, then they would just worsen their position by a lot. So what you basically do every turn is just put your troops into one big army and wait for a perfect opportunity when somebody fails taking another player out, so you would get that player's cards and potentially take over the advantage. Keep in mind that we are mostly talking about the 3-player situation, as if there are more than 2 opponents in the game still left, then even if someone fails taking someone out, it might not necessarily be a good decision to go for it. You should always evaluate each situation individually, and see if after taking that player out, you would still be in a disadvantageous situation comparing to others or not. Also, you can use the same strategy with 0 cards. Then it will be called 0 card strategy or 0 carding. With having 0 cards you will almost never be worth to be taken out. Well, obviously you won't be worth to be taken out for your cards as you have none. But still, I think sometimes, very rarely in some very complicated cases, it might be still worth to take you out first rather than the other player. Anyways, when you're 0 carding, you need to hope that somebody will fail taking out a player who has 5 cards, and when you're 1 carding, you need to hope that somebody will fail taking out a player who has 4 cards. So all in all, the 1 card strategy gives you better odds to win, while the 0 card strategy better chances to survive in general. So now, after I explained all the basics, let me show the 1 card strategy in action. So as I mentioned before, I ended up in the situation in which if I had continued getting cards, then most likely I would have been taken out first. And by being the weakest and having the least amount of cards, I haven't had any chances to take anyone out at all anyways. So every turn by turn, I was just adding all my troops to one big army without getting any cards at all, and waiting for some opportunities. Nobody took anyone out for a very long amount of time, until finally the yellow player decided to go for orange. He took her out, but then the green player decided to take the yellow player out and yellow was eliminated from the game. So then it became the 3-player situation with 2 opponents left and with me using the 1 card strategy, in which I needed to hope that one player fails taking another player out with that player having 4 cards. Either that, or any other situation where it still would be worth for me to take one of the players out and have a decent endgame with another one. And as you can see, a very favorable situation for me has happened. The purple player ended with even 4 cards, but only 45 troops. So with having 85 troops in total, I definitely knew that I won't miss this opportunity. These players have screwed up the game by destroying too much of their troops. All they had to do is keep capturing each other territories but leaving each other with more troops than I had, so I would have never had any opportunity, and instead of that one of the players would have finally taken another player out and then me, winning the game. But they drastically ruined the game for themselves. So I took the purple player out with 4 cards, and already having 1 card I was able to trade in a set in the same turn, and then finish taking the green player out as well.